Good afternoon. My name is Dave Charlesworth from KAJUKENBO Napoli in Naples, Italy. I've been fighting with myself for a while now on whether or not I should make a video like this. Social media as of late has been full of different things that has made me come to the conclusion that I should share my thoughts, and I really do hope that some of you will chime in and share your thoughts and feelings on the matter. Please feel free to leave a comment, good or bad. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I've been thinking a lot about the value of associations and what do they provide to their members. I've spent a good amount of time looking at the various associations' websites and their Facebook pages, and they don't do a great deal to articulate what they provide to their members. I'm hoping that those of you who belong to the various organizations will offer some comments that will help to clarify for those who are not members of your associations. Now, my intent is not to be inflammatory, but I have observed numerous instances on social media that have me questioning as to whether they are helping or hurting KAJUKENBO as a whole. Without getting too much into the specifics, there has been several episodes of finger pointing, trash talking, and in some cases, blatant disrespect between members of differing organizations. Often the topic that sets off the conversation is related to a promotion. I've seen several of them about someone else getting promoted where someone decides to belittle the promotion or question the validity of the promotion, either based off of the individual getting promoted or whom is doing the promoting. Now, I'd like to make an observation that the individuals, how should I say this, that are raising the issue are more often than not from a differing association and subsequently differing branch and or method. In fact, it's very rare that I've witnessed someone from within the same association, branch, or method say anything other than congratulations or something similar. Now, often when this happens, I dig a little deeper, as I'm a curious man as to why one feels the need to question another brother or sister's promotion, independently if it's the promoter or the promoted individual that's in question. I refer to the only authoritative document that I know of, the KAJUKENBO family tree. And then I try to see if I can figure out, why is this happening? Often I find it difficult to find where the individual in question was promoted to black belt in the first place. As often, they did not receive their black belt from the same individual or organization that's promoting them now. Additionally, I look at the individual creating the issue, and often I have difficulty finding them as well. Now, one could assume that I don't have the most current version of the family tree, but I am pretty close, as I have the first edition that came out at the beginning of this year. If the individual getting promoted to third degree or higher, you would think you'd be able to find them on the tree. It should be there by now. Now, I have personally always been under the impression that if an individual is on the family tree and they promote someone and place them on the tree, then that individual is verified and valid KAJUKENBO. But as I mentioned, there are many who are not to be found on the family tree on all sides of the conversation. Now, I can't for the life of me understand why or how someone who legitimately earned their black belt in KAJUKENBO would not find their way to the family tree. I know that personally, I could think of nothing that would please me more than to see one of my students' names next to yours and next to mine on that wonderful document. I want the world to know. I want everyone to know that this person's legit. At the same time, as someone who is on the tree, I'd never want to add someone to the KAJUKENBO family tree that didn't earn the right to be there. Now, with that said, if one of you places a name on that tree, who am I to question your decision in doing so? I must trust in your integrity, your knowledge, and your accountability, which are all fundamental tenets of KAJUKENBO, as were measured by your instructor who promoted each one of you and placed you on the family tree. Now, I also understand that the family tree has grown considerably over the years, and that it's difficult to go through and to find a name without knowledge of an individual's lineage. I've often wondered why the various associations have not gotten together, and maybe we could create a database of all the black belts that are currently on the tree. We could then query that database for a name to verify their authenticity in seconds. Maybe we should all have a registration number that's unique, as there are a lot of common names out there, and it would be easy to confuse, or worse yet, someone assume a name that matches theirs in an attempt to gain validation. And I'd have to wonder if there's already a website, for example, KAJUKENBO.org, where they might maybe be willing to host that database. Perhaps this could be a positive thing that could be brought to us by our various organizations, associations, and federations. I don't know. I'm just kind of spitballing here. The positive impact to this would eliminate the need for some of the episodes that I've witnessed on social media, and also make it harder to subvert the process that's already in place. Now, I know that I'm not the grand poobah of KAJUKENBO. I'm just a humble and, relatively speaking, junior black belt with respect to many of you who may be watching this video. What I lack in seniority, I make up for with commitment. I started my KAJUKENBO journey almost 40 years ago. I love KAJUKENBO. I always have. Now, I've not kept my lineage a secret. I've talked about it in my family tree video, and most recently in an interview that I did with two of my instructors, Senior Grandmaster Jimenez and Grandmaster Lopez, on KAJUKENBO Live. I want nothing more than to share what I've learned and spread this great art throughout the world. It pains me to see the politics and the infighting that takes place way too often throughout the KAJUKENBO Ohana. I'm starting to think that the various associations can be likened to a political party, each trashing the other to further their own goals and ambitions, vice coming together to enrich what the founders of KAJUKENBO created. Now, although Sijo did visit my first KAJUKENBO school when I was a young colored belt, I have no direct exposure to him, nor to his wishes. I don't pretend to know what his wishes are, but I did, however, find an old video of him speaking to a large group of our Ohana, expressing how we should be helping one another vice tearing each other down. We are all KAJUKENBO, regardless of which branch, style, or association. And I believe we should all be working together to continue to grow KAJUKENBO, and we should find our strength by working with each other and complementing our differences, vice pointing them out and tearing each other down. As black belts, we should find ourselves held to a higher standard. We should conduct ourselves in a way that makes KAJUKENBO stronger, and we should let go of our egos and strive to build up, vice tear down. Now, I'm not naive, and I know that there's individuals out there making claims that are false, and I know that there's individuals out there that attempt to jump from organization to organization just to gain rank. And even worse yet, I've even seen organizations reach out to individuals and offer them a rank to change organizations. Which in itself does nothing but to incentivize the above behavior. I hope that this might stir something inside of each and every one of you, and help you to offer your comments, and your thoughts, Feel free to leave a comment, good or bad. I really would love to hear from you. And I appreciate your time. Thanks for listening. Mahalo.